get your mo.
Hey yo, what's going on, Shock fam? My name is GizmoShock. Today we are back in some more PUBG. It's not a gameplay video today, guys. I'm going to be going over the update that is coming to the Chinese version either tomorrow, like it's going to happen tonight and it'll be here tomorrow, or it'll be tomorrow night and it'll be here the next day, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Okay.
Remember, guys, I am doing a featured comment at the end of every new video, guys, and the first one obviously is happening today, so stay tuned for that at the end of today's video. So let me let you know what's in this here update and what exactly is coming up. So I'm just going to be reading off the official site. I might even provide you some screenshots of what I'm saying right now. So first of all, this update is not mandatory in any way. Remember, guys, this is the Chinese version. It is not the global version, not the global release. So unless you have the Chinese version, this doesn't apply to you at all. But anyways, like I said before, this update is not mandatory. However, if you choose not to update it and your friends update it, you won't be able to play with them, and vice versa. Also, for iOS, it'll probably be delayed. For iOS, you actually have to get it approved or something by the iOS Apple Store people or something like that. I don't know. It just takes longer for iOS for some reason. But anyways, once you update it, you're actually going to get a permanent white t-shirt, 3,888 gold, and a double gold card. That means you get 2 times gold, and apparently this card lasts for 3 days. Alright, so there's a new mode coming, guys, and this one is actually in the PC version. I don't know when this came out in the PC version. I don't think it was too long ago, probably like a few months ago or something like that, but it's war mode, guys. And so this one is going to be open for a limited time. So I think you can have 10 people per team. I'm not really sure about this, but I believe that's the way it works. For this mode, you drop out of the plane into the battlefield, and it's actually a lot faster. Like you land a lot faster out of the plane, and then once you land, you have a weapon in your hands. Like you've started out with a weapon, and that weapon will be picked randomly. So you can get a sniper, you can get an assault rifle. It really just depends on whatever you get randomly. And then of course, if you die, you can respawn, but again, you have to jump out of the plane. I think there's a time limit you might have to wait as well before you can jump back in. And obviously the team with the most points wins. Alright, so then there's an expression movement system. That's the way they call it. It's basically the emote system. Players now get facial expressions after the update. And you can do this in the hall, which is like where you're waiting, I think, before you get into the plane, before you launch into the battlefield. And obviously you can use it on the battlefield as well. Now there's a new Jadian, I don't think that's how you pronounce it, but I'm just going for broke here. There's this new system, ranking system, and it's based on the player's geographical location. Players can view their own regional ranking in the system, so I guess it's just it's probably per country. That's my best guess. Yeah, this one's really cool in my opinion. At least you can actually spectate your friends. You don't have to join them in the game. You don't actually have to be playing with them in the game to spectate, but I'm assuming it's going to be the same camera angle and all that fun stuff. I'm assuming if you have your friends added, you go to like the friends section, and there's supposed to be like a chicken that you tap on, and there will be like a play icon next to somebody who's either in game or matching up or something like that. And obviously you'll tap that and you'll be able to watch them. My guess is it might display how many spectators are watching you. If not, then I guess it just won't. And then I'm assuming that you cannot talk to the person that you're spectating. You can just watch and see what they're doing. And number 6 here, I'm not really sure what this means. It says when a new free camera is used, the character will turn the head toward the camera. I'm not really sure what that means, but okay. Alright, so now we got some updates for the guns and some new grips as well. The new SLR precision shooter rifle, it is a sniper rifle, I believe, and it uses 7.62 bullets, which are pretty common, so there's no big deal about that. And then there's 2 new grips, actually 3 new grips, I lied. So there's the light grip. I'm not really sure what that looks like. I'll show you guys like some screenshots and stuff like that. Then there's a half grip, and then there's a thumb grip as well. I'm not really sure which one's the best or how they differ or anything like that. I can give you specs. I've received specs on those, so maybe I'll display them in the video if I'm not, you know, lazy. And then there are 2 new scopes, guys. You got a 3x scope and then a 6x scope, and the 6x can actually be zoomed all the way down to 3x or zoomed up to 6x. So if you have the choice between a 3x and a 6x, I would definitely go with the 6x because you can switch between 3 and 6x with that one scope. But wait, there's more actually, guys. So we got new fragmented grenades, and you get hit like markers, I'm assuming, if you hit somebody, so you'll know if you actually hit somebody or not. And that'll basically help you to determine where your enemy is. Obviously, you know where the explosion was. And then those hit markers will tell you whether or not you actually hit somebody. And now they can also be used to blow open vehicles, and I'm not sure if that takes 1 grenade or like 2 grenades or something like that. I'm assuming that the fact that they actually put it out there I'm going to go ahead and assume that it takes only one to blow up the vehicle. And so then there are some new adjustments to throwables. So the fragmented grenade is adjusted from 12 to 18, so it actually has a larger radius now. The burning flask, which is the Molotov, that has actually been nerfed from 18 to 16. Smoke bombs have also been nerfed from 16 to 14, and the shock blast has also been nerfed from 14 to 12. And now we have some drug adjustments. So epinephrine is now refreshed in the map with very low probability, and I didn't even know epinephrine was even in the map at all. And then you have adrenaline, and this is used from 8 seconds to 6 seconds, so that one also has been nerfed, and I don't think I've even found that ever either. So submachine guns, pistols, sniper rifles, and precision shooter rifles, except for the SKS, have all been increased in terms of damage. So damage also coming from submachine guns and shotguns has been increased on, you know, different limbs like hands and feet and that sort of stuff. So you'll do more damage even if you hit somebody on their arms or legs. They've also optimized the performance of watching the game in spectator mode, and this is to increase the display of current weapons and character status information, so you'll basically get a little bit more information when you're watching somebody. And now you actually have some more customization within your buttons. So the custom support figuration, so that's the automatic sprint button, you can actually pick and choose where you want that position to be. Like, you know, when you slide up the joystick to the sprint button, so like you slide it up to that button and then you can let go and it'll just sprint automatically. You can actually move that button like closer to your joystick or whatever if you don't want to swipe up, you know, half the screen up in order to enable that feature. And then there's just a bunch of other random bug fixes that I don't think are, you know, that important, except for the first person under the top wall. Yeah, that fun stuff. So you guys know that the first person is already in 0.7. That's what this is for. Again, the Chinese version. So this is gonna be huge. I just sounded like Trump right there. And I'm going to be covering each of these probably in their own separate video. I might add a couple of different things to have on their own video, you know, because it's big things like grenades. I'll try to make their own video for that. We'll see. Alright guys, now for today's comment, we have Ellie Brown saying, "Everybody getting yeeted by Gizmo and his 100% accuracy." That's right, man. I've got 100% accuracy for sure. I mean, it's me, okay? What more do you expect? But it's all fun and games, guys. I'm sure he was just getting yeeted by me. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know if you guys want to see individual videos or just one gigantic video compiling everything together. But the problem is I can't go into very much detail, whereas if I do each new feature in its own video, I can definitely go into more detail. And I'll be able to produce that content a little bit more frequently, if you get my drift. But anyways, guys, thank you again for watching. I will see you in the next one. See ya, and peace out.